Good morning, MHS. We're broadcasting from G50. I'm Michael Keller.
And I'm Ben Preston, and it's a great day to be a Dodger.
Well, it was kind of a rough week to be a Dodger, as the widespread internet outages caused frustration from students and teachers alike.
Hopefully you guys are able to watch this video.
Seriously, it was no joke.
This week, we'll take a look at the internet issues at MHS, the Jets' new star quarterback, and the college football playoffs.
Catherine, Riley, and Jenna took a deep dive into the MHS internet issues. Hopefully our Wi-Fi is strong enough for you to see it. Catherine?
As many of you may know, the school has had Wi-Fi issues for a long time. But on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, a power outage shut down Wi-Fi for the entire district. Due to Thanksgiving break, the problem went unresolved over the weekend, and when we returned to school on Monday, there was still no Wi-Fi. We interviewed students and teachers to see how this issue affects their day-to-day in the school and what is being done to fix the issue.
It's frustrating because you plan to do a 21st century lesson in which you're incredibly dependent on these devices, and then you have no alternative. There's no desktop computers to be able to go to for research purposes, so we're entirely dependent on these Chromebooks, and now they're not functional. The internet has been spotty this year. It's been unreliable at best, so it's been a little aggravating.
Okay. What do you guys think about the Wi-Fi issues in the school, and how does that affect you in your classrooms?
Can I hold this? Okay. I really dislike them because in my English classroom, it never works. And we always have to do stuff on the computer, and it never works. And then also, the other day when it was all down, in my history class, we were doing stuff on the Chromebooks, and then he made us do it on our phones, and it was really difficult. So that's what I have to say about it.
I agree. I think that there's some more issues in certain classes more than others, but sometimes it works out to be a little bit of like a waste of time from class. So it's okay. It's an advantage, yeah.
I think it's really annoying too because we use it in bio and we can't do any of our paired X and we have to do it on our phone. So
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for your input. Okay. How has the internet issue affected what you do on a day-to-day basis?
Because my computer is hardwired and I'm not reliant on the Wi-Fi, I can still get stuff done in my office. So unfortunately, compared to everybody else, it's not affected too much unless a platform like Genesis or something is just completely down.
Okay. Do you know what is causing this issue, and is it isolated to just the high school?
No, it was throughout the district. So the Wednesday prior to Thanksgiving, when we had the power outage for like 5 minutes, it took everything out. So we were without phones, internet for a while. Unfortunately, with Thanksgiving being the very next day, a lot of things came back on Wednesday, but people weren't here to check everything over the holiday weekend. And then when we came in on Monday and found out that the Chromebooks were still not working, that's when the tech department went and addressed the issue. And now it looks like everything is back up and running, including our bells and clocks and things like that.
What steps were taken to fix the issue?
Again, because I'm not in the weeds fixing the issue, I don't know all the exact details. I just know that when something does go down, we contact our tech department and Mr. LaPierre. If it's a power issue across the town, they have to contact the town electrical department. If it's just a network issue or something like that, the technology department, Mr. LaPierre, on their end, go ahead and address the issue as best they can.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Hopefully those steps are taken quickly. I'm tired of living in the Stone Age.
True. We need the internet.
Just as bad as the Jets need a quarterback.
Also true.
Scotty, Braden, and Anthony dig into the background of Mike White and his past football career, as well as asking Jets fans their thoughts on the new quarterback. Anthony?
Hello everybody, this is Three Amigos Productions. I'm Scott Spelker.
I'm Brayton Boyer.
And today we're going to be interviewing people about
Mike White.
Mike White began his football career at the NSU University School, a prep school in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He got the starting QB job his senior year and passed for 2,201 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. After the season, he committed to the University of Southern Florida. After 2 seasons at South Florida, he transferred to Western Kentucky but had to miss a season due to NCAA transfer rules. In his debut season at Western Kentucky, he threw for 4,363 yards, 37 touchdowns, and 7 INTs. He returned in 2017 and threw for 4,177 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. Mike White declared for the 2018 NFL Draft, and was selected 171st overall by the Dallas Cowboys. In 2019, the Cowboys waived White, and he was picked up by the New York Jets. White started his first NFL game during the 2021 season in Week 8 against the Bengals. He led the Jets to a 34-31 victory, completing 37 of 41 pass attempts and throwing for 405 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 INTs. March 16, 2022, White re-signed with the Jets to a 1-year, $2.54 million contract. White was named the Week 12 starter against the Bears after Zach Wilson's poor performance in Week 11 against the Patriots. White balled out, completing 22 for 28 passes for 315 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks, and a 31-10 beatdown. With Mike White playing at an elite level, it seems that White may have found a permanent home in New York.
So, hey everyone, I'm Mr. Coviello. Mr. Coviello, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. I know you're a big Jets fan. You're a season ticket holder.
That's true.
What do you think of Mike White?
Mike White?
Yes.
I was excited. I was there on Sunday as he came out. I think it was time to make the move. I don't know that we'll see this quarterback every week that we saw last week, but I think the kid can play in the NFL. So I'm excited to see how the rest of the year looks.
Do you think this game was a fluke by any chance?
I would say if he didn't have the Cincinnati game as well last year in this game, it might be. But I don't think anybody that can do that in 2 NFL games against 2 different teams, one of which that went to the Super Bowl last year, you can call it a fluke. I think the kid can play.
Thank you, Mr. Coviello.
Okay. I'm Scott Spelker. I'm here with
Joey DeMarza.
And I'm going to be asking him some questions about Mike White's performance. So, did you watch the Jets-Bears game?
Yes, I was actually there. I'm a season ticket holder.
Okay, super fan. So, what did you think of Mike White's performance?
I thought Mike White's performance couldn't have been any better. He really stepped up to the role, and he just took charge. Zach Wilson couldn't do it, and Mike White's him. He's the king. He's the king in New York.
So, do you think Mike White should be the Jets starter moving forward?
Definitely. I mean, Joe Flacco's got the talent, but he's on IR right now, and Zach Wilson really isn't producing, and Mike White's shown it all. He's done it last year. He did it this year, and that Bears performance really showed how good he can be, man.
I'm here with Tyler Shane. Tyler, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, bruh.
So, Tyler, did you watch the Jets game the other day?
I did.
What did you think of Mike White?
I thought he was fantastic. I think Justin Fields not being in the starting lineup for the Bears calmed him down a bit. I think it would have been a different game if Justin Fields was in the game. But, Mike White being able to throw the ball consistently in the rain, I think he played very well.
Do you think Mike can continue the success down the road for the Jets?
Yeah, I think he can. I think he can be an NFL starter. With Zach Wilson being on the bench, I think it gave him the best opportunity possible. I like what the Jets did, giving him an opportunity just because he's been there, and he's given himself the chances. And I think with his game on Sunday, I think it gives him a good opportunity to keep playing.
Great answer, Tyler. Thank you.
I hope he's the answer.
Another question on the mind of football fans is which teams will be competing in this year's College Bowl games.
Tyler, Ronan, and Danny talked to students and faculty about which 4 teams should still be playing.
Let's take a look. Tyler?
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay stay loud, stay proud. Never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about. Have your cloud, it be raining out. I keep making sound, go another round. I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Doing good today?
I'm doing good.
Bright and early. All right. So, we're getting close to the college football playoffs. Who's your 4 teams?
Who do you think I should be?
Who's going to be in your opinion? 'Cause there's some givens.
Look,
I think, you know that 4th team, like, we don't know yet.
Look, I actually agree. I'm gonna say I agree with like the ones who are projected. The only thing I'm gonna say is I see Alabama at 6, and I don't see Tennessee up there. And I just want to put out and say that Tennessee deserves to be in front of Alabama.
Yeah.
Because they've beaten Alabama.
What about LSU?
I think
Okay, LSU beats Georgia. LSU's in. LSU's the 4th team.
All right, I agree with that. I think LSU should be there, honestly, if they beat.
Okay, so we're not having this problem seeing who gets in if, you know, we're a year down the line and there's more than 4 teams.
I see.
So what's your opinion on that?
I definitely agree with this. I'm excited to see the change. I'm excited to see more teams get an opportunity. I feel like there's not much to look forward to because the second the playoffs start now, I feel like it's over like before you even know it. So, so now that you see a lot of teams competing, I think it's going to be more intense. It's going to feel more like the NFL playoffs where things are happening all the time and there's games going on all the time. I think it's going to be exciting.
Definitely. One last loaded question. Your 2023 college football playoff prediction winner, national champion, and who's going to carry it? Who's going to carry them to that title?
USC is nice. Yeah. And I like them. I don't like Michigan. I don't like TCU. And I feel like I don't like Georgia again. Like I don't like to see Georgia in there all the time.
Okay. So
I'm gonna agree with what he said. I'm gonna say USC, Caleb Williams.
I like that. Appreciate it.
The last year of a 14 playoff, like it's projected to be the last year of a 14 playoff. What do you think about the 14 playoff format changing in like years to come?
I'm a fan of it changing.
Yeah.
I think that more teams should be included. I think that there's a number of college football teams deserving of being in the conversation, and limiting it to just 4 teams when you have a number of one-loss teams out there, that it's just kind of illogical.
So do you have a prediction for the 2023 national championship?
TCU, Horned Frogs, shocking the world.
Really?
Going to be the national champion.
That's a bold statement. Thank you, Mr. Scully.
I think it's going to be Georgia.
Michigan all the way.
We'll know soon enough. But that wraps up another day here in G50.
I'm Ben Pressman.
And I'm Michael Keller. And as always, it's a great day to be a Dodger.